You're such an asshole!
Hello everybody, Hassel Consulting, go there. A young Navy officer writes. Not officer, I guess, I don't know. Enlisted, he didn't say. Maybe he did. Good afternoon, long-time viewer and listener, first-time customer here. I'm in need of your advice, and I'm looking to commission you for a YouTube video reply. Please send me a quote for your services, and I'll have payment out immediately. I'm writing today because I have a tough time making a decision of what to do now that I'm out of the military and attempting to transition into society. Here's my background. I'm 27 years old. I have zero debt to my name. I served 6 years in the United States Navy as a fire controlman, where I used to work on radars, gunfire control systems, and other cool shit. Why'd you give that up? I did 2 deployments overseas and got to travel to Latin America doing counter-narcotics deployments. Why did you give that up? I had a blast while on deployments, but when I got back to stateside, all the political correctness affected my unit to the point it was driving me nuts. I figured I'd hedge my bets and get out. I did well for myself. I'm 60% service-connected disability, which brings in a monthly check of just over $1,020 a month. Well, that's not bad. There you go. That's food, clothing, and shelter. Not a lot, but enough. That payment is for the rest of my life until I die. 6 years for a pension ain't too bad, I'd say. I separated from the Navy in April of 2013. I got my STEM degree, Bachelor's in Technical Management, in 2014. I'm currently going to school to knock out my graduate certificate in Digital Forensics and Cyber Investigations, which the GI Bill is paying for. It's going to be completed at the end of August, and I'm home free from college. So here's my dilemma. I tried looking for gainful employment in the civilian sector. I worked odd jobs doing sales, computer tech work. I even worked at a cybersecurity firm in Washington for a year, which turned out to be a complete shithole. I've interviewed at large firms, and my credentials and experience intimidate the interviewers. Long story short, I think my technique and interview practices are solid, but I can't find sustainable employment for pay for the skill level that I possess. All right, what's a technical management? Let's look that up. Bachelor's in Technical Management. All right, let's see what this says. So far, all the bullshit schools are offering it. You're a skilled professional in a technical field, but you're ready to advance. You're looking for a move into the management ranks, seeking the personal satisfaction and rewarding financials that go along with it. The Bachelor's of Science and Technical Management degree can take you there. In today's workplace, a college degree has never been more important. Employers see it as a demonstration of your suckery. No, they say knowledge, motivation, and persistence. Bachelor's of Science and Technical Management was developed to give students the skills to marshal the resources of any organization towards its goals. Over the course of this program, students learn to organize, plan, staff. Okay, so you got a worthless degree. That's what it is. That's what's holding you back. Here's the problem. You know how to work on weapons platforms and things on a ship. That doesn't apply in the private civilian sector. We don't have gunships over at Google's corporate campus or Target's anal sex depot or whatever the fuck they got going on over there. And then you don't have a STEM degree. You have a management, unless your degree was something different. And if it is, I would get rid the fuck of management out of there and say a Bachelor's of Science in Technology or something, because management's bullshit. Okay, you just pissed away what if that is a management degree, it's bullshit. All right, so that's one thing right there. I live in Washington. This area is a hotbed for IT jobs, but the pay is abysmal for these advertised positions. I couldn't begin to tell you how many times that employers advertised one position but offered a secondary position which was half the salary as the advertised job posting. Dude, if that happened to me, I'd beat the shit out of the HR cunt. I'd be like, I wouldn't beat her up. I'd be like yelling at her and say, I'm going to sue you for a waste of my time. I'm getting job offers at $40,000 a year, which is insulting for the experience you have to offer. Yeah, but is your experience going to help them make money? And you can get pissed off at the free market all you want and pissed off. That's what they're offering you, dude. That's it. So either try a different place or get your ass back into the Navy. Or get some skills that's really in demand. Long story short, I'm fed up playing the corporate game. None of these jobs will amount to pride and accolade. Oh, you fucking millennial cunt. Prides and accolades? Is that what you want for... Dude, you know what you're paid for? You're paid there to do a shitty job that no one else wants to do. That's why you're paid. There's no pride. There's no excitement. Okay? Welcome to the real world, you little spoiled brat. you make money. That's what a job is. And this millennial cocksucking bullshit that you're fed in high school or college or whatever else, especially probably in this college, about, oh, pride and da-da-da. It's all lies and bullshit to get you to fork over your money to pay the professors and the worthless other talentless, unemployable people in the world so they have a job. There's no pride. There's no accolades. There's no, you did very good. There's none of that. There's money, and that's why you go in hardcore STEM. That's why you become a computer programmer. That's why you go and do what people don't. That's why you go work on an oil platform in the middle of the fucking ocean or in the frozen barren wastelands of North Dakota. But there's no prides or accolades. There's no one there going to suck your dick. Yeah, pride and accolades I had when you were in the service. Well, yeah, that's the military. You get all the prides and accolades. That's cool. You get your uniform. Chicks dig you. Everyone's like, thank you for your service. And then, like, dude, all I did was sit behind a desk. I didn't, like, really, but thank you for your service. I want to launch my own business, but I'm scared shitless to launch one. Well, fuck you. I guess you won't launch one then, huh? I mean, you'll go and chase down drug narcos, but, oh, you don't want to start a business because you're scared. Are you sure you were defending our country? I should have charged you more. You shouldn't have got the military discount. Yeah, dude, you start a business. That's what it is. Go buy Bachelor Pad Economics. You don't really have a choice. I don't think young men have a choice to start businesses. Okay? If you want any self-respect, if you want any fair pay, you have to start a business. Now, you got to figure out what that is. Maybe you could consult the military. Maybe you could, I don't know. You have an idea what your skill set is and what you can do and what that skill set might be in demand in the entrepreneurial market. But yeah, get over this fucking you're scared to launch one. I mean, don't be stupid. Yeah, you should be in someone intimidated and cautious. I mean, don't go borrow $500,000 that you can't pay back. Don't buy a fucking restaurant. There's smart ways to finance a business where you come up with a very clever idea and it doesn't require it, like Asshole Consulting. It was $400 in hosting fees and IT work, and like there's the $400, and then boom, now we're in business. But yeah, I almost want to say, well, tough shit. You not wanting to launch a business is like you not wanting to go through basic training. Tough shit. That's the only way you're going to make money. I have ideas of launching a YouTube channel for old retro video game reviews, playthroughs, or doing audio production and producing music as a side. Yeah, there you go. That's absolutely. That costs you nothing. There's no setup cost. Everybody else is doing it. I think you're not going to have great success, but at least I think the production and producing music, well, production, doing audio production, that would help. That's a real skill. Absolutely do that. But geez, doing game reviews, ain't nobody doing that. No one's done that before. I mean, shit. But even if other people are doing it, it's not going to cost you anything. Give it a shit. Yeah, go ahead, give it a try. See if you start getting some traction. You start making some money. I love music, and doing a DJ gig would be pretty cool for about 3 months. But I'm looking for something that will top what I did in the Navy. You're not going to... This is why I recommend everyone who's 18 or younger, or 18, going to the military. You're not going to top what you did in the military. Okay? Nobody... Watch my video. Nobody takes you seriously until you're 35. Or don't try until you're 35. Don't try until you're 35. Because you're too young. You're a millennial. People are going to dismiss you. Because the rest of your generation is basically a bunch of fuck-ups. Not to mention the economy is not booming. All right? You're just not going to find what you did and achieved in the Navy. If I were you, I'd go back into the Navy. Because, I mean, that's one of the few places young people are actually going to have their skills and their competencies tested. Where you're actually going to be used to your level of competence. We actually almost are treated with an element of respect and dignity. Please advise if the YouTube route generates enough money for a minimalist lifestyle. Yeah, it depends if you do it right, if you get really popular. I mean, I hate to say it, but you almost got to go gimmicky. Like, oh, look at my cute dog doing cute dog shit. And the people forward that and you make money. It's not cerebral. It's not intelligent. Or you're just a hot chick with big tits. Oh, look at me. I'm a hot chick with big tits. All right. People will click on that. That makes money. And maybe you doing video game reviews. That'd be cool. I mean, I'm not against it. The only reason I'm not against it is because it costs you nothing to do it. But don't think that that's going to come anywhere near your $1,000 a month pension. The goal is to be financially independent and work for myself. Well, then stop saying you're scared of being an entrepreneur. Best regards, thank you. Yeah, dude, one of two things. If you can get back in the Navy, I'd fucking do it. And then I'd start looking at career in the Navy because you're just not going to be challenged. Stay in there till you're 43, get your full pension, assuming you can go in even though you're disabled. And then, yeah, absolutely pursue whatever music production, audio editing you want to do. But get it out of your head that you're going to find something that's anywhere near as awesome as what you had in the Navy. You just aren't. Not until you're like 50 and you like actually start your company and also you're the CEO or you're doing something really cool. You will not have anything as cool as a job as you did in the Navy. It just, because where else do you have, what, $600 billion a year spent on employing young people? What, name me another where you're traveling around the world. Where else is that? That's not at fucking Google. That's not at fucking Target. It's not at fucking Walmart. It's not at PepsiCo. It's not at all these East Coast fucking Fortune 500 companies that well, welcome to the what? What's one of these East Coast, Kellogg or Fifth Third Bank. You're not gonna. It's not gonna be as no. Get your ass back into the military. So anyway, that's all I got. Toodles.